two-step algebraic equations. I can solve two-step algebraic equations.
Excellent, thank you, Isabella. Well worded. All right, so there are two main ideas here. The first one is extremely long with lots of problems. My advice to you before we even get into the video is you need to go through this more than once between now and the test on Friday. Number one was a pretty simple start. You guys have actually done problems like number one, so I'm going to move on. Number two, a lot of you actually wrote this problem backwards. We've done problems like this already as well. 18 decreased by 4 times the number. You just got to be careful on how you're writing that problem. Read it, reread it, and then put it in your own words. So I'm not going to talk much about that one. Number 3 is where we started getting into trouble. The problem was y minus 7 over 2 equals 7. So the problem is in black. The red is our work. Most of you wanted to add 7 to both sides, and I told you you can't because this all right here, y minus 7 over 2, is a term, right? Y minus 7 over 2 is the same thing as y over 2 minus 7 over 2, correct? Okay, the 2 is dividing the y, and it's dividing the negative 7. So you can't just add 7 to both sides. Not legit. So the easiest thing to really do is to get rid of the fraction. We've always talked about doing the easy step first. The easiest step first was to get rid of the fraction by multiplying both sides by 2. We cancel out this 2, we cancel out this 2. Here we're multiplying by 2. This right here is your new equation. Pretty simple to solve from there, yes or no?
Yeah.
Okay. Moving on to number 4, we then wrote down it's always a good idea to get rid of fractions in algebraic equations as early as possible. Number 5, we have fractions, but if you look at the work here at number 5, did we get rid of the fraction right away?
No.
No, we did the easiest step first, which was to get rid of this 12, right? So we subtracted 12 from both sides. Then we got to 3/4 y equals 9/10 minus 12. Instead of multiplying by 4/3 to get y by itself, you guys cleaned this up. Remember cleaning that up? Yeah. We've got common denominators. We cleaned it up. It wasn't a very nice number. It was negative 111 over 10, right?
Yeah.
You still had your 3/4 y because you brought that down. And then from there, you got the y by itself by multiplying by the reciprocal, right? Okay. Came up with an improper fraction, converted into a mixed. Number 6, same deal. What was the easiest step first? Add 7 to both sides. Okay, I'm going to go on to number 7. Here we had a couple of fractions involved. Easiest step was what? Hello? Hello? When I ask a question, can I get an answer? So the easiest step on number 7 was to do what first? Add what?
3/4.
Add 3/4. So when we added 3/4, we got 2/3 x is equal to 5/6 plus 3/4. This is where we got our common denominators and cleaned up so we only had 19/12, right? Okay. 2/3 x equals 19/12. This is how our problem looked. 2/3 x equals 19/12. And then you guys, again, got x alone by multiplying by the...
Reciprocal.
By the what?
Reciprocal.
And then the last problem we did was the word up problem. It was a phone plan, $39 per month, $78 setup fee. You paid $1,014. How many months was it for? My suggestion is to always assign the variable first so we know what we're calculating. Yes, no?
Yes.
And then write your equation. $39 per month plus your one-time setup fee is going to cost you that much money. We want to know how many months it is. You work on getting m by itself, which you guys are getting pretty good at. Questions, comments?